Very nice. Alright, yo guys, what's up? My name is Junior Senpai. Welcome back to Senpai FGC. Today we're going to be talking about a product that could potentially be a game changer for me. And that is the Brook Game Controller Super Converter. Now, what this is supposed to do is actually supposed to take your PS4 controllers, fight stick, apparently steering wheel and or dance pad that is for the PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 and make them readable for the Xbox One or Xbox 360 maybe? No, just Xbox One. Now, why this is important to me is I actually got my brother to recently pick up Tekken on Xbox One because he doesn't own a PlayStation, and I bought it for Xbox One as well because Tekken is not crossplay, and I would very much like all fighting games to be crossplay, but that's not the case as it stands right now. So for the past, I don't know how long, I've been playing on an Xbox One controller, which for me, I fucking hate. Not a fan of the Xbox One controller personally. I don't think it's very good for fighting games, although I might think it's very good or optimal for some people. In other cases, fighting games is not just, no. So at the bare minimum, I'm hoping this product works for at least a PlayStation controller, because I would much prefer playing Tekken on a PlayStation controller over an Xbox One controller. Now, the two best case scenario is that it works with my Hori RAP4, which I have used for Tekken a number of times and would love to use it now, or HITBOX. I picked up HITBOX a while ago now, it would seem, and I love it for a lot of things. The only thing I'm not crazy about it for is Street Fighter. I'm not very good at the links in Street Fighter, so it's just easier for me to kind of mash out the inputs on a controller. So with that being said, let's turn on Xbox One. So something I actually did forget to bring up in the video while recording it was that it was immediately plug and play. I just plugged the USB thumbstick looking thing into the Xbox USB port, plugged a controller with a USB attached to that in, and everything was working perfectly for the PS4 controller. Alright, so one of the best ways in my opinion to test if something has low delay or latency or whatever you want to call it is actually testing the menu. And why that might be is because in fighting games, moves have startup frames. Not everything's going to feel exactly immediate. You want the most direct response possible, and I would say that would be in your menus. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little countdown from 3 or whatever, and we're going to move around the menu. So starting with moving to the right, 1, 2, 3 right, 1, 2, 3 left, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 right, 1, 2, 3 up. Everything seemed rather good to me. Yeah, everything seemed pretty immediate out of what I could tell. It didn't feel like it was eating any kind of input or adding any delay. So let's go on over to Tekken. Alright, so we're going to go into training mode really quick just to test our inputs and make sure everything's coming out okay. Alright, so I actually am a quote-unquote Brian player. I'm not super amazing or anything like that by any means, but Brian is a character I've been putting in the most time with recently after coming back to Tekken, after not learning too much and having a bit of a hiatus. Alright, so as you guys can see right now, we have our command history displayed. If you guys didn't know, part of the reason why I'm not crazy about the Xbox controller as far as fighting games are concerned is I play on the D-pad. I don't use the thumbstick very much at all. There are specific instances where I would, but most of the time I'm D-pad exclusive. Everything as far as movement feels like it's coming out more than fine. Let's throw a jab. Beautiful. 1, 2, easy money. So one of Brian's combo starters is actually a quarter circle back, or 2 and 4, or down, down back, back, 4. That's one of his combo starters. So let's see if we can roll the input. We got it. It's been a while since I've used D-pad, so you're going to have to forgive me a little bit here. Just like that. So, like I said, it's been a while since I used any quarter circles. Obviously, we have the wall rising 1. Nice. Easy enough. We also have forward back 2. A 4 into down back 2. Very nice. Alright, everything seems like it's working in order. I'm not noticing really any input delay. Obviously, you guys can't. You could tell I'm not the best Tekken player by any means or measure of the word. So now we're going to move on to the next step. So the thing we're moving on to next is the Hori RIP4. I've used this thing for a good amount of time now. It's been maybe a couple of years. I don't really know. Alright, just like that. Okay, so we are having some initial problems reading the PlayStation stick. Okay, for some reason I switched it to a PS3 controller and it's reading fine now, but let's see, switch it back to PS4. Yeah, for some reason having this input as a PS4 controller, the Hori RIP4 doesn't actually work. But as soon as I switch it to PS3, actually I want to try PC. PC does not seem to work, but when I switch it to PS3 mode, press the home button, everything is working. I don't understand. But, I mean, it's working, right? I don't understand why it's working like this. Alright, let's, as far as movement is concerned, everything seems in order. Let's see. Alright, I mean, everything's coming out fine. I am getting my moves. I am very interested now to see if the hitbox works. At a base, this is good that this works. I can use this on Xbox One. Yeah, I'm at least content with that. It is a bit weird that it doesn't work on its PS4 setting, which it is claiming to have PS4 controllers work, which we have seen a PS4 controller work already. So, let's move on to hitbox. Alright, we have the hitbox plugged into the thumbstick. Let's plug the thumbstick into the Xbox now. Press the PlayStation button. Okay, we're working, actually. We are up and moving. Hitbox is indeed working on Xbox. That's awesome, because out of what I know, Hitbox does not primarily have any kind of product for Xbox or Microsoft. So having this converter is definitely a huge kind of blessing, really, because I was kind of at a road where I was about to spend 100 and some odd bucks, 170 bucks on a stick exclusively for Xbox, and yeah, I wanted to see if there are any alternative options, and this was the alternative option that I was brought. So I'm stoked, actually. Everything feels like it's coming out great. Like, my inputs don't feel like they're dropping at all. I can Korean backdash in all its glory. I can't actually Korean backdash, but everything feels smooth. It feels good, and I gotta say, so far I'm content with this product. Everything is working normally. It is a bit weird, as I said earlier, that on the Hori RIP4 that the inputs were not being read on the PlayStation 4 setting. They're obviously being read on the PlayStation 3. This did advertise that it would read a PlayStation 3 controller, but I don't care to hook up a PS3 controller right now. So, all in all, I would potentially worry if you have a PlayStation 4 exclusive stick. Out of what I recall, most sticks can go between PS3 and PS4. So if you have that in mind, I wouldn't worry too much. But I don't. This was $40. I don't feel like I wasted $40. I feel like I saved myself $120. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm interested to see how this lasts long term, and you guys will be getting an update video with that in mind. So I guess it would be right to play one match online or so. So we're gonna return to the main menu. We're gonna look for a match, and yeah, we'll call that a video. Alright, we found a match potentially. Hopefully we connect to this person and get a actual benchmark. As far as I'm understanding, everything feels really good, and I'm quite impressed. The only thing I worry about is the fact that the product is third party. It's not developed by Sony or by Microsoft or anything like that. This is it's a third party product. We're actually fighting a Lucky Chloe. This person could be a Smurf for all I know. I could get my ass beat. I could beat their ass. But we're just gonna have fun. Like I said, I'm not claiming to be a god by any means. Let's just try to enjoy the match for what they are and enjoy the fact that we're playing HITBOX on Xbox One. That's fucking sick, by the way. Alright. Let's fight for the waifus. I mean, Lucky Chloe kind of looking like a waifu right now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We're gonna back it up, 3 plus 4. Alright, they're just kind of laying there. Unblockable. Okay, okay. They're not really doing much except unblockable shit. No conversion. I'm just gonna grab you. This might be a troll. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm gonna back up. And they're really using and abusing this move. I'm just gonna play footsies with you, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna grab you, by the way. Oh, nice break, nice break. Actually throwing out a jab. Okay, nice. Nice flip kick. I don't give a fuck about your armor. Like, I'm not worried about your armor, bro. Oh! Big lag? Or disconnect? Oh my god. It's either they rage quit. I don't know what rage quitting looks like in this game, by the way, but I think I might have just found out. It was either rage quit or the connection was just really shitty. It didn't feel shitty while I was playing. I don't know what they were looking for. Were you looking for a scrub? Like, I'm a scrub, but I'm not that much of a scrub. Alright, well, I think that's going to do things for us in this video. Definitely looking forward to seeing the longevity of this product, and I will be back with you guys in a month to kind of share more of my thoughts. But as it stands right now, I think it is a good product. I think it is a good alternative to buying a stick for Xbox if you're already a PlayStation stick owner and you're considering buying a new stick for Xbox. This is a good alternative. Like I said, within a month I'll be back to kind of see and share my full thoughts, but this is kind of a saving grace right now because, as I said, I would have had to spend, you know, 160, 170 bucks on a new stick, but with this I can play the sticks I already have. I can play my Hori RAP4, I can play my PlayStation controller, which I actually prefer to an Xbox controller, and on top of that I can play my HITBOX, which if you guys don't know, I love HITBOX a lot for most things, if I didn't already say it. But this is awesome as it stands right now, and I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more, check out the rest of the channel. In the description there's links to my main channel, Junior Senpai, and my third channel, Crouch Block, which I do retrospective analysis and all kinds of videos, where there's a podcast on there as well. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.